I absolutely love this question. There are definitely few things we should pay attention during an interview. First of all, in the beginning of an interview, when you're asked, please tell me about yourself, candidates shouldn't go down the list of their personal data. For example, my name is X, I am X years old, I've been working in X years in this field, etc. These are details are all on the CV or the profile, so hiring managers aren't looking for this information. They are looking for how you can summarize your experience in the field and deliver it in a way that can engage them in a conversation. This is the first chance candidate must really market themselves to the hiring managers. It is your elevator pitch, if you will. Second, a couple of example of words to avoid during an interview. So first is you guys. So when someone says you guys to address the company, it sounds as if you are talking to your buddy that is engaged in a casual conversation. That isn't the right impression to give to your interviewer. Second is the word just. The word just can drastically weaken your delivery. For example, at the end of the interview, candidates say, I just have a few questions. This sounds as if you aren't sure about it. Instead, you can say, I have a few questions, and then go on about your questions. This sounds very determined and confident. Lastly, please avoid saying you should or you should be doing. This can sound arrogant rather than confident to your potential employer, as you're telling them how to run their company or do their job. Instead, say, if or when I'm hired, I can contribute, and then add in the idea that you want to propose. This will definitely increase your value to the hiring managers.
Yeah, well, interviewees obviously have to have a lot to think about when they're going for an interview, and a lot of the things they think about are actually related to what their experience is. But there's a lot of things that interviewees need to be aware of before they go into for an interview, and usually there are small things, but they get picked up by the person who they're being interviewed by. And those things, to name a few from my side and my experience, are really walking into an interview not prepared, and that usually involves a few things in terms of researching the company that you're looking to work for. What exactly would they do? Have an understanding of who their main clients are. Try to find out certain news that they've recently released in terms of new acquisitions or new products they've released, and actually researching the person that is sitting in front of you, whether it's an HR manager or a business manager. Try to do a quick research on who they are and how long they've been with the company and where they've worked before. So those small things, really, like walking into an interview unprepared, is quite crucial to how the interview goes and how you're perceived as somebody that they want to hire. Second would be bad mouthing your previous employer. In my opinion, that's a big no-no for two reasons, really. First of all, it kind of gives them the impression that you could be somebody that holds a certain grudges, and could be talking about them in a couple of years quite in an unprofessional way. And actually, they might feel that you are somebody who's difficult to work with, somebody who looks at the negative side of things instead of the positive side. So those small things that you might feel you need to talk about during an interview, try to avoid. And not all experiences are great, which is fine, but it doesn't need to go as far as you bad mouthing your previous employer.